every 23rd spring for 23 days, it gets to eat. And it eats you. It can smell your fear. And it eats what it needs. If it picks you, not even God can help you. If you hear the song, Jeepers Creepers, it will be you, screaming in the dark.
Puppy, why are we stopping?
We're lost.
Oh my Jesus, I knew I should have driven. I always drive.
I know, but it's my truck. It's my Batmobile.
My Batmobile. But this is the Batmobile you got us lost in.
When you're right, you're right. We gotta get to this place. I am so late. I'm gonna try and call him. Can I call him real quick?
Alright. Damn it.
Hey, yeah, this is Kyle. I'm scheduled today for an interview, and I am completely lost. I'm on the road that you guys gave me for the instructions and the directions, but I just cannot seem to find you guys. I am looking at a pile of old tires, like a framework for an old barn, just a bunch of trees. You're kidding. Yeah, I see it. Oh. All right. Yeah, I can get there. All right. Bye.
Are we close?
You'll never believe it. They were able to pinpoint exactly where I'm at just from the lousy description I gave them.
It was pretty lousy, but
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot out here we can just, give for description.
Right.
Other than road and brushes.
Right.
Why are we stopping now?
I have to pee. This looks like the best place I've seen the whole time.
I can never stop.
I could be.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take over.
All right. Oh, maybe I should stop the truck. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna run over across the street and do my thing real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you get back in the car?
Yeah. What? No way! Philip, check this out. It's a license plate. This says, it says beating you or be eating you.
Beating you.
That's weird. Yeah.
Funny.
What the heck? Weird thing to find here. We should take it. I don't know. It's kind of a cool little. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should just leave it. I don't know. You're right. Put it right back where I found it. Ugh. But this, on the other hand, this looks cool. Oh shit! Son of a bitch! Ah, this gardening tool is sharp as a son of a bitch. Yeah, I think it's time for us to go. Yeah, I'm with you. going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys, and I hope you're out there absolutely having a killer day. I know I am, but as I don't know if you guys can tell or not, I think I'm trying to get sick, and so my voice might sound a little bit wonky, but hopefully we can get through this before anything too terrible happens. But anyway, even though I'm trying to get sick, I wanted to come and do a video for you guys, just because, you know, that's just what we do here at Horror Junkies 509. And also, I want to welcome you to spring, you guys. Spring is sprung, you know. I've already started to see the weather warming up. People are starting to barbecue again. People are starting to, you know, do more things outside. And it's the 23rd spring. And so now the creeper gets to eat for 23 days. Okay, you guys, I'm completely fibbing. It is not the actual 23 days since the Jeepers Creepers came out in 2001. That would have been last year, I believe. But let's just do what they do in horror. Let's just fib the timeline a little bit. It's 2024 again, so it's the 23rd spring, so the creeper is walking again. And I'm just going to say, I always kind of wonder in the first Jeepers Creepers if Gary and his sister were to just mind their own business and not look at him while while the creeper was tossing bodies down the pipe. I wonder if he would have just left him alone. Probably not, but it's always a theory that I wonder if would have worked out. If, like, you know, he looked at him, he noticed that they weren't minding their own business, and then he went on the chase of a lifetime. And so I'm always wondering, if they would have just minded their own business, would this not have happened? Who knows? But, you know, I've been talking a lot about Jeepers Creepers because it is spring, and that kind of goes in hand with the video I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be reviewing a prop today, and something that's been sitting here for a little while. It's finally time to go ahead and do it, but it didn't feel right to do it at Christmas time, didn't feel right to do it at Halloween time. It just had to be spring. And like I said, spring has sprung. So, as you can tell, I'm going to be going over the Trick or Treat Studios, the Jeepers Creepers Creeper Axe, you guys. I've been really excited to have this because, as you guys know, I have a pretty good creeper costume, which you probably saw at the beginning, and I've been needing this to be a part of the costume. I've had an axe prop that kind of filled in for the time being, but I'm really happy that Trick or Treat Studios did this one, and so, you know, I can have more of an accurate axe. I'm excited to see the quality of this thing and really to start being able to do videos with it. So we'll go ahead and review this today, and hopefully you guys will kick back, relax, and let's talk about Jeepers Creepers a little bit. All right, let's just get right into it. So let's go ahead and take a good look at this axe, you guys. I think they modeled it pretty darn well. I do enjoy the box. So we got the Jeepers Creepers cover right there, the Creeper Axe with the Trick or Treat Studios logo front and center. We got the side just saying Jeepers Creepers right across there. I saw this S right there, and I thought it said 2. I thought it was a 2, but I was like, that doesn't work properly at all. Another Trick or Treat Studios logo. It's going to be the same on the other side. Nothing on top, really, just kind of a continuation of the picture, and nothing on the bottom. But we do have a little bit on the back, and so we got a good, nice silhouette picture of the creeper with his axe. And it says, he's watching, he's waiting, he's hungry. And I think he needs a new brain, a new heart, and maybe some new limbs. So he's going to be looking for some people that are afraid to be getting those, and he's going to eat them off you, and then it's going to become part of him. I think we all know the story, Kyle. And then we got another logo, the Jeepers Creepers and the Creeper's Axe, and then, you know, all the credits. I was looking at this thing before, you know, I started recording, and it does not tell me who designed it. It doesn't tell me who molded it, nothing like that. So I can't give a shout out like I like to do. So I'm not skipping it. It's not on here for me to go ahead and do that. So we went ahead and checked out the box, and now I'm ready to rip this thing apart, and let's go ahead and see how awesome this prop is. I've been pretty excited about this one. Yeah, so I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the little intro that I was working on. It was really hard for me to kind of find a spot to film, so it really kind of took me a little longer than I would like to. Like I would have liked for it to take, but you know, I tried to make it simple. You know, nothing too crazy, and I always like to get the opportunity to wear that my silicone mask. All right, you guys. So I just cut some tape, and so this kind of unveils the axe all the way. So it is a pretty good size. I was worried about it being too short. It's kind of funny because Trick or Treat Studios is coming out with the Scream Greats Jeepers Creepers figure of the Creeper, and I'm really excited because that's going to be my first Creeper action figure. I've never had one before. I know they released some way back when, but I never got a chance to get them, and now they're just astronomical prices. I mean, people can afford them, of course, but I'm not one of those people. I'm not willing to spend that much on a figure. So I'm really happy that Trick or Treat Studios is doing the Creeper figure. But, you know, with these tariffs and stuff like that, I'm kind of curious to see how much these figures are going to end up being. I hate to bring kind of some bad news into the video, but, you know, that's something we're dealing with. So hopefully I'm not going to bring it down anymore on that, but it's something that we're going to have to deal with. So let's go ahead and see if we can free this thing from the box. Let's try to get some, I'm going to start pulling on some things here and see how it goes. Let's see if I put it on the table here and if I can do some little surgery on the box if I need to. I don't think I need to, but just who knows anymore. I do see some cables and some wires and stuff like that. I just don't want to destroy the axe in the process. Maybe go ahead and take this lip, see what I can do. Oh, rip in the box. Oh well. I wasn't going to keep it anyway. Yeah, because my big concern, I don't know how flimsy this is going to be, or if it's going to be really nice and sturdy, because like I said, I do want to use it in my videos, and so I know, like, you know, usually when I have a prop that I use in the videos, I would like it to be a little stronger, just to make sure, like, if I take it outside, it's not going to just disintegrate, you know, like, I always like to use real weapons when I can, but, you know, since this is kind of a really specific-looking axe, I want to use this prop. Nanorama. This thing is in there. There we go. Now we're in business. Now we're talking. Let's get this out of here. All right. Of course, we got all the, you know, the wire twist ties to go through. So bear with me. That'll be the majority of this video is me trying to get it out of the box. Yeah, but if you guys are interested in my Jeepers Creepers mask, I do have a review of that. It's a little bit older. But yeah, just go through my old videos and you'll be able to find it where I talk about it and stuff like that. And I go over everything about it, where I got it and stuff like that. But if you guys are really curious and you want to know more information, I don't know how much information I have on it because I have not ordered from that seller in a long time. But I do still see it around on Etsy, so I don't think it's gone. I still think you can get the same one I got. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's my first silicone mask. I'm working on getting a Freddy one for my next one, but we'll see how that goes. Because silicone masks are not cheap in any way, shape, or form. But if you can, they're definitely the way to go. All right, now I'm hoping to be able to get this out today. Today, Junior. I feel like I'm on the right track here, but it's still just giving me a little bit of trouble. I just need one side to come out, essentially. All right, so I got the top free. Now let's see if we can get the bottom free. More tape, more wires. Go figure. Okay. All right, I think we got her. And something nice that I think Trick or Treat Studios did is they put these little plastic tubing around the parts where the wire is going to touch the axe so it wouldn't start chipping and scraping off paint. I think they need to really start implementing this a little bit more, especially on the vacuum masks, because I feel like, you know, the wires they're kind of using can rub some of the paint off because they kind of go through the eyes or however it gets held. I've seen a few masks kind of get scraped up by them, so this is a good idea. They should really keep this implemented. I love how this review of the axe kind of turned into a freaking service call. All right, you guys, I did get the axe free from the box. I know it took the whole video, you guys, but not too bad. But let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. I do feel like it's a pretty good size. It's definitely, you know, bigger than my head at least, so I'm happy about that. You know, as far as the size comparison, you know, I feel it's got a pretty good length on it, you know, because his axe was never super long, but, you know, I was making sure, I just didn't want it to be like a really short, stubby axe. I feel like this is relatively, you know, a good size. I do like the detail work on it. As you can see, it does kind of have almost like a wood grain painted on into it. And then we got the metal stuff up top. It's got kind of a good black and silver wash, and like we got the bolt and the screw kind of right here to kind of make sure it's secured in. We do have this nice point here at the top, and then I always call this like the Jeepers Creepers fork. And then, you know, we got the business end. So I will say this seems a little bit floppy and stuff like that. I was really hoping that this was going to be a little bit more, I guess, stiffer, because I really don't want this to break off, but who knows, maybe this will be better for it in any case, because, like, you know, I do plan on using this a little bit in action. I'm not actually going to hit anybody with it or anything like that, because this will guaranteedly shatter, but this side feels pretty stiff and strong, but I do think if you hit it the wrong place, it falls or anything like that, this will break. So I do think this is a little more fragile than I would like it to be. But honestly, as far as, like, you know, if you're just taking care of it, you know, you're just carrying it around, you're not throwing it around at your friends and stuff like that, I think this will do what you need it to do. I really hope, you know, as far as using it in films, in my filming, I'll be able to use it without breaking it, but hopefully it'll be available for a while, just in case if I do break it, because I guess I'm going to have to find out the hard way on a few things. But, you know, I think it looks really good. I really enjoy the paint up. I think the molding is really on point. It looks really good. Like I said, the paint looks good. I just wish it was, you know, the build of it was a little stronger. You know, it makes me a little bit nervous. But I think if you're just going to use it as a decoration object or a decoration piece, I think it's going to be just perfect for what you're asking for. But you know me, I have to use it in filming and do crazy stuff with it. Like, I'm really going to make sure I don't do anything too nuts with it, because I do kind of think this will break. I'm just going to tell you now, use with caution, because I am claiming breakage. I think there's going to be some breakage, without a shadow of a doubt. But, you know, I think it looks really good. I think I'll be able to kind of use it just like the Creeper. Not just like the Creeper. I'm not going to cut someone's head off with it. But, you know, I could do my little poses with it. I could use it, you know, running or doing whatever I'm going to do in my filming. So I'm excited to have it, you guys. But the fragileness of it does make me a little bit nervous. But I cannot say this does not look absolutely fantastic. The mold of it, the paint up of it looks really good. Just honestly, be super careful with it. As far as rating it out of 10, I am going to go ahead and give this a solid, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, honestly, because I really do enjoy the mold. I do enjoy the size of it. I really think they kind of nailed it with that as far as the sizing goes. I think the paint up is really good. It's just the fragileness is really going to kill it for me, make me really kind of nervous. But, you know, if you just use it for display, 100% recommend it. But, you know, if you're wanting to use it as, you know, in your cosplay, or if you're trying to do videos like me, then it makes me a little bit nervous. And so just use with caution. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give this 7 out of 10. And that's going to do it for the review of the Trick or Treat Studios Jeepers Creepers axe, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions about the axe, please leave them down in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. The axe does get a solid. And, yeah, I definitely recommend it for the people who want it, you know. But like I said, caution, caution, caution. All right, that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13, signing out just until next time, just until next spring. You guys have a killer day. And I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. You guys, stay bloody. Have a killer day. Until the Horror Junkies 509 rides again. Ugh.